Hello children, welcome once again to the online classes. We are discussing about adaptations in animals, right? In the previous class, we discussed about what is habitat and we also discussed about adaptation to some of the habitats, right? So, in continuation of that, we will discuss more about the adaptation to habitats today in the part 2 of this lesson. So, I'll just give you a quick recap of what we did in the last class. So, what is a habitat? So, habitat is a place or the surrounding, you can say, where the animals or plants they survive, they are able to live, okay, and they they survive because they are adapted to survive in this surrounding, because there are different types of habitats, they can be deep in the oceans, or they can be high in the mountains or hottest deserts. So different parts of the world have different weather conditions, okay. So the habitat is a place where the animals or plants they live, okay. So on earth there are different types of habitats, okay, and as there are different types of habitats, the living conditions are also different from each other, okay. And so animals are able to survive in those conditions. Different kinds of animals are able to survive in those conditions only because they are adapted to do so, okay, so that they can survive the conditions of the environment. So in connection with that, today we will discuss about the animals that live in water, okay. So the animals that live in water are called aquatic animals, and different kinds of fish. This is a common example of aquatic animal. But besides fish also, you find several other animals like crabs, dolphins, whales, seals. They are found in and around the water. You can see the picture of seals, okay, and the whales. So see here how fish is able to live in the water, because fish can breathe air which is dissolved in the water. How it can breathe? It can breathe by using the special organs called gills. Fish have got gills which enables them to breathe the air which is dissolved in the water. In addition to that, they have also got fins, okay, to help them swim and maintain their balance in the water, so that they can swim nicely. These are the adaptations of the fish. See here, another example is of dolphin and whales, okay. Dolphins and whales have lungs and they do not have gills, so they have to come up to the surface of the water to breathe in the air from the atmosphere, okay. So you must have seen the dolphins like jumping. We feel that they are jumping, so they come up to the surface or they jump. We feel like jumping because they take in the atmosphere air from the atmosphere to breathe, okay. So this is how they breathe. They have to come up to the surface of the water to breathe. Another type of animals are those which are able to live on the land and water also, okay. And very common example of that is of frog. Most of you must have seen the frog. You will see frog on the land also and in the water also. So those animals are known as amphibians, right? And other examples of amphibians are frogs, toads, newts, salamanders, even crocodile is an amphibian. Okay, so let us see what are the adaptations. Amphibians, as I told you, they live both on water, in water and on land. So So they have got lungs to breathe when they are on the land. And when in water, they breathe through their skin. Okay, this is the adaptation. Another, they have legs which help them to move on the land. And when they are in water, they swim. Okay, so this is how amphibians they live both on land and in water. Okay, and you have to also observe the pictures nicely. Okay, this lesson has got many pictures, many examples of animals. Okay, and I have put many pictures so that you can understand them well. So please observe the pictures very well. Okay, so next. Okay, next are the animals that live on trees. Okay, and they spend most of their time on the trees. And who are those animals? Very well, you know that is monkeys and also squirrels. Okay, so for that they have got strong arms and legs to climb trees. Okay, squirrels use their strong claws to cling tightly to the branches. You must have seen. Okay, and monkeys also you must have seen. Okay, they cling their tails around branches while swinging from branch to branch. Okay, so these are the adaptations of monkeys and squirrels, or you can say the animals that live on the trees. I'll show you the pictures. See, and these animals are known as arboreal animals, which live on the trees and which spend most of their time on the trees are known as arboreal. You can see the pictures. Okay, so they are known as arboreal animals. You should remember this. Fine. Okay. Next category of animals are the animals that fly. Okay, and very well example, you know, birds. Okay, birds, even bats. So they spend a lot of time in the air, and these are known as aerial animals because they spend most of the time in the air. They are known as aerial animals, and and they have got wings for the because of wings only they are able to fly, right? So they have got wings instead of front legs. Okay, their front legs are in the form of wings. You can say they are modified in the form of wings. Another thing, the bodies of the birds are covered with feathers. Okay, to keep them warm, and also their bones are hollow. Hollow means they are light in weight, and why? And because of this, as their bones are light in weight, it helps them to fly. Okay, because light body only will be able to lift and fly. Okay, so their bodies are light because their bones are hollow, and this helps them to fly in the air. They have got wings instead of front legs. Okay, and also their bodies are covered with feathers. So this is how the aerial animals are able to fly. Okay, now what happens? Some birds they live in a very cold places. Okay, like in Siberia, in Russia. Okay, and what happens? They are not able to survive that cold, that winter. So, okay, tell me before I tell you about this. What happens in summer? Most of us, yeah, because we feel here in this region, we feel more of summer, right? Winters are not that bad in our region, right? So, in our region, summer are very hot. So, what we do in summer vacation? Yes, you know very well. What we do in summer vacation, we go to the hill stations. We go to the places where it is cold. Why do we go? To escape from the summer. Yes, to escape the heat. After some days, we come back. Okay. So, in the same way, you can say, similar to this, some birds, as I told you, in the cold places like in Siberia, the cold is very harsh. The winter is very harsh. So some birds are not able to survive this cold winter. So what they do, they leave their homes in winter and they fly to the warmer climate as in India. Okay, so in India also they come because the climate is warm in these places, and they come here, they spend their time here, and then they go back when the winter ends. You understand? Huh? So these birds are known as migratory birds, and this flying off to the warmer places in winter to escape the harshness of the winter. This process is known as migration. This is known as migration. And many of them also come to India. See here. Here I have shown the birds. These are the migratory birds and the regular movement of animals every year in search of better living condition. As in this case, they want to escape the winter, and so they come to the warmer places. Okay, so in general, you can say the regular movement of animals every year in search of better living conditions is called migration. This is migration, and many migratory birds, they migrate from their own place and they again go back to their homes when the conditions are better. Okay, so this is known as migration, and these are the migratory birds. So here I will end my second part. In the next part, we will learn more about the adaptations. Okay, till then, take care and revise what I have explained to you. Thank you.